Thanks for being here. It's Cami, yoga therapist and health and well-being coach. Today I'm talking about a little bit more of a personal, specific thing. It's, nine, I wrote them down, 9 things that I wish I had known when I became the dreaded single mom. I was a single mom when I was very young, and it was from tragic circumstance. And I lived all these decades, all these years, with that and learning how to navigate that. First, really grieve. Really grieve. This takes a very long time. It took me years. Years. I think I still have some remnants. Really grieve. Give yourself that time and your space. If you're in a divorce situation, you're going to get so many messages. It's so hard. Grieve the situation like there's been a death, and a really compassion-provoking death, a plane crash, or pick your compassion-provoking death of choice. And let yourself and your family and your kids grieve the situation. Now, you're gonna have to put on your big grown-up boots and get on with things. And you're gonna have to do that much sooner than you are ready. But be sure that you are really letting that grieving part happen. It is a tremendous loss. There's a ton of hope. There's a ton of good stuff. There might be relief. There might be increased safety. There might be all these different things. And there's also a loss. It's primarily a loss of what you thought was gonna be, because now it's really different. So let yourself grieve that. And going along with this first step, grieve, also really accept. There's this concept now that I think is a great way of describing it. So this idea of radical acceptance. So you don't even have to read about it. You can, but you don't have to. Just think, okay, what if I radically accepted the new situation? Grieve and accept. Number 2 leads right into it. Appreciate. Appreciate what you do have. There's all this science that talks about making a gratitude list. Again, now when someone first told me, Cami, make a gratitude list, I'm like, no. That even someone telling me to make a gratitude list felt like it was discounting my current situation. So, all I will say is, if you want to the degree that it feels authentic, it really is helpful to deeply appreciate and linger, marinate on the things you can appreciate. Your babies, however old they are, whatever is going on with them, they are also still your sweet babies, and you got to have these babies. If you are a single mom, by definition, in some way, these children came into your life, really appreciate them. They are hurting, they are confused, they might be acting out. Things are so hard for all of you. And just really appreciate, linger, and appreciate yourself. For me, like my early gratitude lists back then, when I got over being like annoyed by the suggestion, were things like, oh, I have running water and it's like drinkable. I later learned, like I later visited places around the world where that was not their lived reality. So my lived reality was, I have running water. It's clean. I can drink it. My children, my child can drink it. And appreciate the number of children you have. Appreciate the children that you have. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate even superficial things. Like for me, I was very beautiful. Like I look back on those pictures, I'm like, wow, I was so beautiful. And I was in so much pain. And I was in so much pain that it was like, I really couldn't even see past that pain. But I do remember like brushing my hair and being able to think, oh, it is shiny, my hair is shiny. Like it can help you come out of, you can be in like a fog. Another thing that I had on my gratitude list was I did have physical health. I was able, which is huge. Health is wealth. And I did have physical health. I was able to open my cupboard and have some food in there. I had cereal, I had boxed mac and cheese, I had boxed rice and beans, I had fruit and vegetables in the fridge, I had lemonade and soy milk in the fridge. I had food. We went out to eat once a week on Thursdays to this place called Baja Fresh. Have you ever heard of Baja Fresh? And we could get 2 dinners for like $10. This is all coming up in step 4, the money part. But anyway, appreciate what you do have. Linger on it. Build on what you have. So step number 2 is appreciate and build. So I just mentioned it became like a tradition, something that we could count on. Thursday nights, we would go out to Baja Fresh, spend about $10. We each my daughter usually got nachos. I got some sort of like a quesadilla, I think, bean and rice quesadilla or something like that. Establish patterns, establish stability. You have a new family now. Just like you were, like building up traditions in this other family that you thought you were creating, turns out that you're creating this family. What we ended up doing was going to these dear friends' house. I've known the mom since I was about 3 and she was about 7. She used to help me get on the school bus. So like that's coming up in number 9. But we would go to these friends' house and they were really good at the whole Easter thing. So that's just an example. Like find traditions, find habits, create patterns. You're building your family as it is now. You're building your stability for yourself, for your kids. It really helps. Number 3, take care of yourself like you have the flu. This kind of goes into the grieving part, kind of goes into the appreciation part, but it's also a separate thing because your parenting, it may not have gotten harder because it might have been hard before, but it just got like more intense. You're on 24/7. You know, if the other parent is dead, then you literally are the only parent. You're both mother and father, all that stuff. If you're in a divorce situation and you're sharing custody or something, then, you know, you have to, there's all this stuff to navigate. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it stays a lot for a long time. So you basically do have emotional flu. Take care of yourself like you have emotional flu. Be really sweet. Be really self-compassionate. Hydrate, rest, get fresh air, wear soft, cozy things that make you feel amazing. Do foot massages on yourself. Do head massages, hand massages, face massages. Go get massages if you can afford it. Just be cozy with blankets and like play cards. Do puzzles. Slow down. There's likely to be this energy of like, you know, and it's just like, it's hard to focus. So do whatever you can to build, be stable, slow, sweet, self-compassionate. I'll jump to number 5 now, which I wrote it down as conserve energy and simplify, but I'll just say it now. Find ways to conserve your energy. So at some point, I would like hire a housekeeper to come in once a month. I was also paying for therapy for myself and my child. I was just having these budget spends that were not comfortable, but I also just, and this is kind of going into number 4. It's all connected, but number 5, conserve energy where you can. So for me, having someone help with the heavy lift of like, make sure the toilets are cleaned, make sure, you know, that helped. But there were times when that just was not an option. And I don't even do that nowadays when I could probably fit it in my budget, because now I see it as like a movement. It's part of my self-care to like clean my surroundings and move and bend and reach and all the things. But I have always done things like use a Swiffer. And I'm not an affiliate for Swiffer. But I've done all kinds of different ways of cleaning the floor. And that Swiffer, man, for me, it is fast and easy, and it conserves my energy, and it also makes the house smell nice. Now, am I aware of all the talk about artificial fragrances and all? Yes. Am I aware of like the vinegar and the baking soda? Have I done that? Have I tried that? Yes. Sometimes I clean with vinegar and baking soda. Back then I experimented with the vinegar and baking soda. Do I find it to be the simplest way? No. Do I mostly just squirt some toilet cleaner in there? Yes. But it's cheaper to use the vinegar and baking soda. So, like, conserve your energy where you can, but also make sure your house is clean. That goes into like number 2, appreciate and build. You have a new household here. Let it be clean. Let it be clean. That's coming up in number 6, kind of. But conserving your energy is things like make all the lunches the night before, or teach your kids to make their lunches. Buy the school lunch if that is in your budget, and you know, it's like, well, it's not too disgusting. I think the school lunches may have gotten better. Back then, they really were not very good. But I tell you, sometimes I sent her to school with a Lunchable. You know, it just conserve your energy where you can, do the best you can, treat yourself like you have the flu, use self-compassion. All of these prior steps build in. So conserve your energy where possible. Even for me, sometimes I would use those plugins to like make the house smell nice, because that was easier than like getting the essential oils and having a candle to light and a lighter to light it with, all that stuff. For me, at some points, it was just too much, but I still wanted my house to smell nice. I make simmer pots these days. I didn't know how to make a simmer pot back then. I don't know that I would have done it though, because I needed to buy like cut up vegetables and fruits. So I wouldn't even have the vegetable peels to use. You're going to do it your way. I'm telling you like the overarching ideas, giving you a couple of examples. Conserve your energy where you can, but also get out and do your daily walk, do your yoga, do your swimming, do your dancing, do your workouts, whatever it is for you. So you're going to like simplify so that you optimize where you're spending energy. Okay, number 4, so that was number 5. Now we're coming back to number 4, is consider your work and money situation. So in all things, you have to consider your money situation. Whether you're in a divorce situation or a death situation, there's paperwork, there's expenses. Both of these things can be quite expensive. Your childcare needs likely changed. Consider your work situation. I optimized for basically being a stay-at-home mom, even though I had to work full time. So I was able to do this. Like I worked from home before the pandemic made that a thing, and I just found jobs where I could do that. Because I was the only parent, the other parent was dead, and it was so important to me that when she was sick or when she needed a day, I could just be at home with her. And you know, I changed my work situation quite a bit through like the different stages. So I didn't like have a career. I didn't have a fancy career. I just didn't. I just like, my career was building my family, but I also had to work. So just consider your work situation. Change your work situation if you need to. Nobody's going to agree with your decisions anyway. And there are going to be so many judgments and weird comments and all of that. And so just like, you are the CEO of your life, and you are in this new situation that you did not see coming, at least at the beginning. And so you're the only expert. You know, you can seek out help, you can seek out advice, you can learn from other people. You're watching this video, but you know, just be really realistic about your actual budget. Consider your work situation, your money situation. Be very practical. Conserve energy and simplify where you can. So we have 4 more steps, but quick recap so far. Grieve and accept is number 1. Number 2 is appreciate and build. Number 3 is take care of yourself like you have the flu. Number 4 is consider your work and money situation very realistically. Live within your means. And find ways of working that make sense. Number 5 is conserve energy and simplify. Okay, number 6, wear cute undies and make your bed every day. Especially because number 7 is coming. Number 6, wear cute undies and make your bed every day. This is for you. There are so many reasons. It has to do with identity. It has to do with celebrating small moments. It has to do with feeling like you have capacity, like you're worth something, like this is actually your real life. It's not a dress rehearsal. One of my friends teased me, this is before any of this stuff happened, but we were in our early 20s, and she came to visit, and she's like, Cami, you have matching bras and underwear, but I cannot find a towel. And it's like, yeah, that checks out. Spend your money where you want, Not too much of it though. Just spend a little money where you want. Be purposeful. So wear cute undies and make your bed every day. Making your bed is free once you buy the sheets and the comforters, which is expensive. Ugh. It doesn't have to be fancy stuff, but let it be not in disrepair. Wash your sheets every week and wear cute undies and make your bed every day. It has to do with self-esteem. It has to do with self-care. It has to do with feeling like you have your what together. Teach your kids how to make their bed. Keep it really simple. Just pull up the thing, put your pillow. Cute, simple, little stuffed animal. But do it every day. Build that in. It helps with depression, anxiety. It's one of those traditions, patterns, stability. And it's also a treat. It's also I matter. My body matters. My body as it is beautiful and deserves to have cute undies on. And I'm saying specifically undies because number 7, don't date. Don't date. What? Don't date. See number 2 and number 3, and also number 1. Don't date. You're grieving and accepting. You're appreciating what you already have, and you're building what you already have. Not bringing in someone new, not bringing in all these complications, not bringing in things that are going to make you cry eventually. The undies are for you, sweetheart. They are not for a date. Don't date. Culture is going to tell you, oh, you're free. No. Keep it simple. That was number 5. Conserve your energy. Simplify. You are going to attract bad situations. I'm not even going to get into I thought I was going to get remarried and have all the rest of my kids within a year. I thought I was going to be remarried. No. I didn't get remarried until my daughter was grown and in college. And that turned out perfect. I wish I had not dated at all during this time. I really wish I had not dated at all. Because what you're going to do instead is appreciate and build, conserve your energy, take care of yourself like you have the flu, like you effing matter, not like you have to impress other people. You are already an amazing parent of an amazing family. You have dignity, you have worth. You do not need the judgments. You guys, I was called a MILF, I was called a cougar. I was neither of those things. I hope you don't even know what those mean now in 2023. In the 2000s, it was a funny thing. I didn't go after younger people. I wasn't a MILF. Stop it. I was an amazing, strong, wonderful person who just... So, don't date. Do creative stuff that makes you happy, that keeps you busy. Choose something that's not too expensive. I wrote a bunch of songs and I learned how to play them and perform them. I created a little thing called Single Mom Rock and I produced a couple of albums. Have fun, be busy, be creative, get a hobby. With and without your kids. My daughter ended up playing bass with me in the band. I mean, it was a fun thing that ended up happening, which is another part of this is that you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's gonna, like end up happening because of all this stuff, there can be really great things in store. Don't get yourself bogged down with another person, with another family, with a whole other set of kids in some cases. Don't. Whether it works out or it doesn't work out, it's going to keep you distracted. It takes your energy. You're either trying to blend a family, which often ends up in divorce, and then you're in this whole other situation. It doesn't tend to make you that much happier. It's just, you're either happy or not happy, whether you're in a relationship or not. So just try to get yourself happy without the relationship. It's okay. Anyone that you're attracting in this situation is probably not you're not at your best self. You're grieving and see all the prior steps. You have so much you're figuring out. Do you. Focus on you. Wear your cute undies and make your bed for you. For you. Get yourself flowers. Listen to that song. Miley Cyrus made an amazing, it's called Flowers. It's amazing. Dance to that song. Get yourself flowers. They don't have to be expensive. It can be wildflowers. Get a candle. Use matches if you don't happen to have a lighter in the house. Anyway, don't date. If it works out, it's a tremendous amount of energy. Works out. If it doesn't work out, it's just going to make you cry. You don't need that. See step 1. You're still grieving this other thing. Simplify, conserve your energy. Don't date. You don't need it. You don't need it. People will tell you do. You're going to think you do. It leads to judgment. It leads to pain. It leads to complication. It leads to spent energy. It does not bring enough into your life. Find ways of having fun that are generative and don't cost you anything in terms of pain and energy and self-doubt and ugh. Okay, number 8, don't drink. See number 3, you're taking care of yourself like you have the flu. The drinking, it depletes you, it ruins your skin, it ruins your body, it ruins your organs, it ruins your mind, it ruins your energy, it depletes you of energy. It does not actually bring authentic fun. It does not bring peace. It increases anxiety. Drinking only creates cravings for more drinking, either slowly or quickly. Again, there's so much messaging about, no. It's only hurting. It's not helping. It's making more anxiety. It's making questionable choices. It's making less energy. Don't drink. And finally, focus on positive friendships. You're not going to be dating, you're not going to be drinking, you're appreciating, you're building. There may be friends that were part of the old family situation that just, they don't make it into the new one, which is sad and hard. And see step 1, you're still grieving, and you might be grieving for a very long time. I know I did. Focus on positive friendships. So you don't have to get rid of your old friends, but if there are people judging, people casting doubt, people making you feel like you can't make these decisions, so you can keep your old friends to whatever degree you want. Seek out new friends, friends who know you in this part of your life, friends who know you in this configuration of your family, friends who are supportive, friends who have healthy boundaries, friends who respect your boundaries, friends who say nice things to you. We need to have people in our lives who won't just be sure, whatever, and then never give you any honest feedback. It's not so much that. It's just, you need people who are going to be nice to you and respect you. And sometimes our oldest friends don't quite fit that bill. And so we can add in new friends. We don't have to cut people out or whatever unless that's really called for. But we can focus on positive friendships. And all that's going to keep you really busy. And it's going to help you not date. So I'm going to go over these again just to recap. Number 1, grieve and accept. Number 2, appreciate and build. Specifically, habits, traditions, patterns, and overall stability. Number 3, take care of yourself like you have the flu. Number 4, consider your work and money situation. Conserve your energy and simplify is number 5. Number 6, wear cute undies and make your bed every day. It's for you. Number 7, don't date. Number 8, don't drink. That makes all the previous numbers easier. Number 9, focus on your positive friendships. So these are things that I learned, things that I wish I had known. People likely told me some of these and I just couldn't receive them. So practice self-compassion. Today's a new day. I'll see you soon. Oh, if you found this valuable, please like. That super duper helps. It helps other people find the content. Please subscribe. I do talks like this, and then I also do yoga practices and cook-alongs and all kinds of stuff. Okay, bye.